Kev G, weather overview. Taking a look at the next 24 hours, the main issue is going to be icy roads, especially away from the coast. Up near Orange County, I think it's kind of a serious situation. They're under ice storm warnings right now, and parts of New Jersey, inland New Jersey as well. That's for the potential for more than a tenth of an inch of ice accretion, and that's when it gets really serious. And you're talking about not only slick road conditions, but for those areas, you're talking about potential power outages. But not so much near the city and coast, where I think it will start off as frozen precipitation, but then quickly go over to rain. And the main action is going to happen during the morning hours, and that is unfortunate, but I think the bulk of the morning rush should be okay because most of the coast, I-95 south, will be transitioning over to rain. It's really north and west of I-95 that's going to have morning rush issues. And then, of course, in the aforementioned areas where the ice storm warnings are in effect, take that seriously. Now, the evolution of this is that the storm is not going to be that bad for the immediate tri-state area, but it's causing havoc elsewhere. Parts of the mid-south are getting substantial snow and ice. This is the way it looks off the NAM model for later this evening. And anything that we get precipitation-wise before about 4 or 5 a.m. tomorrow is going to be spotty in nature. But that's when steadier mix precipitation should move in, probably in the wee hours of the morning. And then the closer you get to the coast, the quicker it transitions to rain. But over the mid-Hudson Valley, it holds strong, and that cold air is able to last a little bit longer. So that's where you're going to find trouble spots early in the morning and during the morning rush. Everything should be pushing off by about lunchtime tomorrow. So for New York City and the immediate tri-state area, it's mainly a quick ice to rain event, and then it's gone. But you can see the further north you go, the longer it waits to get out of here. And that'll be well north and west of the city. So that's the first storm that we have to deal with. Now, as this storm goes by, it's going to be reinforced by a new big high pressure system. And this is going to set the stage for storm number two. This is going to be a different characteristic with this type of storm because it's going to be coming from the south as opposed to coming from the Ohio Valley. And that'll spread snow our way by Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. I think the entire area will see snow for at least a few hours, but warm air will work its way in and it will transition the snow over to plain rain just about everywhere, except for far northern areas of New York State, where it should remain snow for the majority of the storm. So several inches could accumulate Thursday afternoon before we go over to rain. And then after this goes by, this should be long gone by. Let's see, we'll back it up here for a second. The model wants to keep it raining into Friday morning, into Friday afternoon. So clearing out, gradual clearing by Friday afternoon, windy conditions, and I think we're going to kind of see a little bit of a respite from all this wintry weather. Sure, it's going to be cooler over the weekend, but no big storms are in the offing. This is by next Monday, where we could have a cold front move through, but that's not really going to bring much in the way of wintry precipitation. Now, take a look at the temperature anomalies right now. This is as of Monday afternoon. We have teens and 20s all the way down to the Rio Grande Valley. This is tremendous cold that is infiltrating the Plain States and parts of the Ohio Valley. Now, for us, we managed to sort of dodge this blast of cold air. We have had below normal temperatures, but not to the extent which they're happening further west. But that changes by Wednesday, and then the storm system for Thursday, the cold air gets routed out. And notice the transition as we go into next week. That Arctic air mass that was just sitting over the Midwest and the Plain States starts to get routed out, and we have a much different temperature pattern by the time we get into next week. So I think for the nation as a whole, we're going to be looking at a little bit of a respite from wintry weather next week. Not to say that it won't be cold, but it won't be as formidable next week, and certainly it looks like the chances of storminess are less. Now, if we take a look at the temperatures for Thursday, we do no better than 30. So that cold high is really going to mean business, but it is going to get pushed out of the way as that storm moves in. You can see for Thursday, our highs go up to 36 with snow transitioning to rain. And then a bit warmer on Friday as that storm gets out of here. We may see high temperatures be achieved Friday morning before cold air kind of moves back in. And then for Saturday, we're back into the mid-30s. So overall, we have two storms to deal with this week, but it's going to be minimal impacts towards the coast with both of these systems, I think, with the exception of maybe Thursday afternoon where we get a few hours of moderate to heavy snow before it changes over to rain. I'll have more to say about that in the next couple days, but right now it looks like that I think we're going to see moderate impacts at best from these two storms this week, especially closer to the coast.